guys, welcome back to Pepper Geek. Today we're going to be making pickled banana peppers. Banana peppers are the perfect candidate for pickling because they have a good crunchy texture, and it's a great way to use up an overabundance of peppers if you have a really good harvest for the year. So right here I have 9 banana peppers, all different sizes as you can see, and I'll also be throwing in a couple of jalapeno peppers for a little bit of extra spice. Banana peppers start off as a pale green color, and then they eventually turn over to a pale yellow color, and this is the perfect stage at which to pick them. They will eventually turn red, but at the yellow stage, they'll have the perfect amount of crunch. Alright, so now we're gonna prepare our banana peppers for pickling. Always make sure you wash and dry your peppers thoroughly and check for any signs of spoilage or rot before pickling them. So the best way to start is to take your banana pepper and actually roll it on your cutting board back and forth. This will help loosen up all of the seeds and make them easier to remove. When you're rolling the pepper to loosen up the seeds, be sure that you're gentle because you want to avoid cracking the pepper. Next, you want to just slice off the end of the banana pepper. Most of the seeds in the banana pepper are going to be towards the top, so you'll want to remove those. The easiest way to do it is with a chopstick and just go around the edge. And you can scoop out. And then you want to slice your banana pepper into 1/4-inch rings. Alright, so now we have a big pile of chopped banana peppers as well as a couple jalapeno peppers for added spice. So here I have a sterilized ball jar. It's very simple to sterilize the jar. All you have to do is boil it for about 10 minutes. You don't want to boil the lids. Those can be sterilized in hot water. Just make sure that the ball jar is completely submerged in the boiling water for 10 minutes and you're good to go. Next, I'm going to add all of the pepper rings to the jar. And you do want to pack the peppers pretty tightly. Alright, so as you can see, that was just about the perfect amount of peppers. 9 banana peppers, all different sizes, and a couple of jalapeno peppers. So next we're going to make our pickling brine. Alright, so I have a saucepan here. For our pickling brine, we're going to use 2 cups of 5% white distilled vinegar, 1 cup of water. We have 1 tablespoon of salt. You want to use a pickling salt or a pure salt. A kosher salt is good. Try to stay away from an iodized salt that might have some anti-caking agents, as they can lead to cloudy pickles. We also have 1/2 tablespoon of sugar. The sugar is optional, but if you're looking for more of a deli-style pickle, you'll want to add the sugar in because traditionally those pickles do have sugar. You can also use honey or maple syrup instead. Here we also have 1 teaspoon of mustard seed, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, and 1/2 teaspoon of celery seed. And then we have 3 cloves of crushed garlic. The great thing about pickling is that you can kind of experiment with all different spices depending on what you like. So feel free to incorporate other spices like dill or bay leaves, oregano, or even turmeric if you want to. So to make the brine, you're going to add your 2 cups of 5% vinegar and your 1 cup of water, your 1 tablespoon of salt, your 1/2 tablespoon of sugar, your spices that you choose to use, and the crushed garlic. So once everything is mixed together, you're going to throw it on the stove and bring it to a rolling boil. As soon as it starts to boil, you can take it off of the heat. We did remove the crushed garlic cloves just by personal preference. And now we're going to pour the hot brine over the sliced banana peppers. We do like to do the pouring inside of a bowl in case there's any spillage. If some of the spices are left behind, you can always spoon them in after. You want to make sure there's about 1/2 inch of headspace. You can use a chopstick or a rubber spatula around the edges to get rid of all the air bubbles. So I have a paper towel here that's just dipped in a little bit of vinegar, and you just want to go around the edge to clean up any mess that might have happened. Then with the lid, you want to just screw it on, but not too tight. After it's cool enough to touch, you can give it a good shake back and forth to make sure everything is distributed evenly. So at this point, you could opt to preserve these pickles longer by giving them a traditional water bath for 10 minutes, but we're not going to do that. These are refrigerator pickles, and we're going to throw them right in the fridge. They're meant to be stored in the fridge and consumed within a month or 2 of making them. Once you open them, there is a greater chance of spoilage, so make sure that you keep your eye out for any odors that smell funky or any mold that might be growing in the jar. If you're looking to do any long-term preserving or shelf-stable peppers, it's really important that you follow safety protocols. We'll leave some links in the description below, which are pretty useful resources for long-term canning. And maybe we'll do a video in the future on the process. We find that the banana peppers tend to stay pretty crunchy, but you could add calcium chloride, which is also known as pickle crisp, if you wanted to ensure longer term crunch. So these guys are good to go in the fridge. I would recommend leaving them in there for 2 to 3 days before trying them to make sure all of the flavors infuse together. However, they are ready to eat right now if you want to. So we're gonna give these guys a few days in the fridge and then we'll try them out.
Okay, so here we have some pickled banana peppers. They've been in the fridge for a couple of days, and I'm gonna give them a taste. They look beautiful, retain most of their color. We got some red from those jalapenos as well, but I'm gonna try one of the yellow banana peppers. So. Super crunchy, as I'm sure you can hear. Oh, it's got that addictive texture to it. Really tasty, a little bit spicy, definitely from those jalapenos, because these banana peppers were not spicy banana peppers, but really tasty, super tangy from the vinegar, a little bit of garlic in there. The mustard definitely comes through, and a little bit of the celery. Definitely a great starting point if you're just looking to get into pickling your peppers. You can always add to it or take away things that you don't like, but this is definitely a really tasty recipe. These definitely seem to just get better and better over time, so you let them sit for a few days in the fridge and the flavors all kind of meld together. I think Crystalline did a really great job, and I can say for sure these are not gonna last long.
So that's all, it's that simple. That's how you make easy, quick pickled banana peppers. If you tried this recipe or any variations with different herbs or spices, be sure to leave a comment below so we can check them out. Thanks so much for watching Pepper Geek. We'll see you next time.